Hey guys, it's Carolyn from One Hard Thing a Day. Let's go ahead and discuss the fourth tenet of One Hard Thing a Day, our last kind of principle. And that is just the reminder that our brain doesn't like things to be unfinished. Our brain wants to make sense of everything, right? It wants to complete the puzzle, right? So, maybe not all of you have younger siblings or have kids, right? But if you watch a little toddler trying to do a puzzle, right? They're pretty big puzzle pieces, right? So like the image on the puzzle piece matches the image on the puzzle, right? And when a little kid gets there, it knows that that piece is supposed to go in the hole. And if it doesn't go in the first time, they turn it and they turn it and they turn it. And if they can't get it, then they go to the next one, even though the pictures don't align. They're like, I know this goes in there, right? They're really determined to complete the puzzle. They know that it's supposed to go together. Okay, so our brain is very, very, very smart, but it doesn't always stop and say what makes the most sense, right? What's the best thing here? Sometimes we have to stop and help, right? So with my toddlers, it'd be like, hey, the horse, right? It goes in this one. Keep trying. Keep trying. The horse on your puzzle piece goes in this spot because the pictures match. So as you're going through and setting your goals, you have to recognize that sometimes your brain is going to tell you to do things or to not do things, not because it's actually true, not because it makes the most sense, but because your brain knows there's a solution and it wants to complete the puzzle, right? So an example, I was talking to one of my friends the other day, right? And she was kind of feeling stuck in her life and really discouraged. And I'm like, well, what are some things that you've dreamed of? What are things that you've wanted to do? She's like, well, I really felt strongly that I needed to write a book about this, that, and the other, right? She's like, I know I need to write a book. I have all these great ideas. I've thought about it, right? Here's kind of what the premise would be. And I would break it down like this. And I want to market it like that, right? She'd put a lot of time, but she'd been thinking about it for a long time. And so her brain then told her like, oh, but you can't do it, right? You're just a dumb mom. You don't have any credentials. You don't have any qualifications. You don't have an English degree. You're not an author, right? Her brain was trying to complete the puzzle, why it wasn't done with just whatever fit in that narrative, right? But she felt really, really discouraged and really, really incomplete. And so I was like, well, what stops you, right? Why don't you do this? I'm like, even if you never, ever published a book, what stops you from just writing something on it every day? And she's like, I don't know, right? She had to challenge her brain and say, hey, we actually can do this, right? We know what we want our puzzle to be, and we have those missing pieces, right? And so she has to readjust, she has to shift, she has to keep trying, right? Because she's learning a new skill and doing something new. But her brain, to complete the picture and be done with that task, just said, you can't do this. So as you guys are challenging yourselves, right? You guys have this desire, you have this urge, you have this thing stirring inside of you that you want to accomplish, something you know you want to be. And if your brain is saying you can't do it for whatever reason, challenge your brain. Tell your brain, no, right? I know that this piece goes in this spot because I can see the empty space on my puzzle board and I can see the puzzle piece right here and I know they fit. I just have to keep making those adjustments to get them to go together. And then ask yourself, right? Just like my friend, what stops you? What stops you from getting started on something, right? What stops you from writing 5 words in a Google Doc for a book that you want to write? You don't ever have to publish it, but what stops you from taking that step forward, right? It's literally just your brain has already completed the puzzle for you. So go ahead and take a minute to deconstruct what your brain has told you is complete. Thank you for following us. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe or like, or even better, share it with one of your friends, right? Go through and discuss this with a friend. What are some of the things that your brain has told you is complete or finished, even though you still have this inkling or this drive or this desire to get started on it? And then share with me below what is one of those things that you have always wanted to do, but your brain always tells you you can't for whatever reason. And then tell me what your action step is to go ahead and get started on it. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one. Bye.